So this, in my pocket, is something so powerful that I used to take a half of a semi-truck, 3 people to do in a satellite news gathering environment. And now with this, that's all I need, and I don't need a photographer. My apologies. I don't need an engineer. I just turn the phone on, and we're live. That's incredible, because that allows me to go anywhere I can get a phone signal and tell a story. It's also dangerous, because, you know, I could go in places that might be a risk for me, and especially might be a risk for the people I'm covering. I'd love to go to Belgrade. I'd love to go into one of those warehouses we heard about. I'd love to go there at night and be there when the refugees, especially those from Pakistan, are talking about what they're going through. But, you know, with the tool, with the technology, we still have to be careful with it. Murrow said we have to be very careful with things like this. He was talking about television, but he could be talking about a smartphone. Because he says these instruments can teach, they can edify, but if we don't do it wisely, they just become all lights and wires in a box. And so we have to be really careful about that.
Trainer, I have been working with students and young people with their mobile journalism stories. And in my experience, the great thing about doing stories with the mobile phones is that one man can be a cameraman, a picture editor, photographer, a live reporter. So one person can take many roles and do them successfully. The great thing about today's smartphones that the technology is really going forward, and you can get amazing quality video and sound with it. So you can really work fast with your mobile phone, and you can usually get closer to the event than you would normally do with a normal camera. So it sometimes grants you access to the places you wouldn't be able to film with a normal camera. That can sometimes be an advantage and both disadvantage, because in my experience there are some, not prejudice, but there are some situations where students would come with their mobile journalism equipment and they wouldn't take them really seriously on some events. You know, you have a lot of cameras standing there and nobody lets you through because you're with a smartphone, so you're not a professional journalist. But that's also one of the things that could change in the future. Definitely one of the biggest advantages is that it's all on one device. You know, you can film and then edit all in the field and work really fast on the go. In order to get really good professional looking videos and sound, you need to invest some money into additional equipment like tripods and microphones. Shooting videos with a smartphone really drains your battery, and investing in extra battery is one of the smartest things you can do in the beginning when starting, because believe me, your battery will be dry in 1 hour of filming, and sometimes that won't be enough. No matter the technology, remember this is just a tool, so it's the story that matters, and focus on your story.
I think the biggest change has been that it's gotten more immediacy in the news. There was a time, because you had to send a crew out to a story, it might take a few hours or it might take a few days depending on where that crew had to go. But now with mobile phones, people are able to capture so much just immediately. It may not be perfect video, but it's true and it's raw and it's right there. It's given journalists a way to file stories from the field faster, get them back to their home bases faster. And I think, but the biggest change is that it's encouraged citizen journalism, where citizens who have iPhones or who have Android phones in their pockets, when they see something, they're able to record that information and get that either out on their own YouTube channels or Vimeo channels, or they're able to get that to main news outlets.